Good evening and welcome to the Ghana TV9 News Bulletin for Thursday, November 27, 2025. I'm Colin Abrams. In the headlines tonight, President Ali issues 48-hour ultimatum to traffic offenders, announces license suspensions. UK High Commissioner hails incredible trade success as Ghana non-oil economy soars. Stabroek Market Square beautification project kicks off, marking a new era for city aesthetics. President Ali urges global partners to seize Ghana's investment moment. And residents applaud rapid revamp as Georgetown transforms before their eyes. Now, for the news in depth. The capital city's landscape is poised for a significant upgrade as the Stabroek Market Square beautification project officially commenced today by the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development. This initiative represents a promise made by President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali. The project is seen as a powerful statement of commitment by the administration to restore the vibrancy and pride of Georgetown, signaling a new era of investment focused on making the nation's main commercial artery reflective of Ghana's rapid modern development. As part of government's plan to beautify the capital city, the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development began construction of a recreational facility here at the Stabroek Square. The President, Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, during his inauguration speech, spoke of beautifying the capital city and turning it into something that tourists will admire when they come. The Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development this morning met with representatives from the City Council. As you can see, they have begun construction of a wall that is said to be protecting passers-by who may pass by the project.
The planned revitalization of the Stabroek Market Square, a key component of President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali's comprehensive vision for urban renewal, is advancing rapidly, marked by close cooperation between the central government and city authorities. The Ministry of Local Government has confirmed that detailed plans for the construction and beautification of the historic square have been unveiled to stakeholders and municipal officials. In a meeting held on Thursday, the Mayor of Georgetown, Mr. Alfred Mentor, and several city councillors were present for the pivotal review. During this session, a detailed video presentation was made illustrating the final appearance, scope, and engineering specifics of the redesigned Stabroek Market Square. This presentation ensured that the Mayor and City Council were fully apprised of the project's intricate design and implementation phases. In a release from the ministry, it noted, quote, "At the end of this process will be a place where vendors, shoppers, and commuters alike will benefit, where families and children, tourists, and artists can enjoy their shopping experience, and where more sales are likely to happen."
This is all part of a project by President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali to beautify the capital city and make it a safe and more beautiful place for tourists. For the Ghana TV9 News, my name is Colin Abrams. President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali announced a major crackdown on traffic offenders with outstanding payments, issuing a firm 48-hour deadline for compliance under the new electronic road safety system. The president confirmed that those who fail to settle their fines within the stipulated period will face immediate license suspension. More in this report.
The announcement came as the president received the latest report on the electronic road safety system, which has been operational since the beginning of 2025. Data shows that the system has successfully issued 42,000 traffic tickets to date, with close to 10,000 persons already utilizing the electronic payment facility to settle their fines. However, the administration is now moving to address the large number of outstanding payments. The president stated that the names of the top offenders, along with their outstanding ticket amounts, will be published in the newspaper in the coming days.
And I use this forum to calmly appeal to those who have outstanding payments to do so within the next 48 hours, or their license will be suspended. So you will see the systems we are building must bring the results we want from them.
To further enhance this integrity and efficiency, he revealed the plans for significant technological upgrades with the Ghana Police Force. Before the end of this year, police vehicles and officers will be equipped with smart meters and smart cars, enabling all reports and storage to be done electronically.
Our police cars and police ranks will be equipped with smart meters and smart cars before the end of this year, so that electronically everything will be recorded and stored, removing that human interface and allowing technology to help people to do better.
The entire system, including fixed speed cameras, road intelligent camera systems fitted onto traffic lights, and radar light signs, is designed to be fully automated and autonomous. This removes manual intervention and the possibility of human bias between drivers and law enforcement officers, ensuring impartiality and consistency in enforcement. Tickets are generated automatically. Motorists receive their violation notices via SMS or email if their contact information is registered with the Ghana Revenue Authority (GRA) or via mail. Fines can be paid through services like MMG, and violations are being integrated into GRA's new Padna app, allowing drivers to easily check and process payments online. The system is designed so that violations must either be paid or contested in court. The overall goal of this modernization, as stressed by the administration, is not primarily to penalize, but to save lives by encouraging responsible and lawful driving habits through consistent and impartial enforcement. Colin Abrams, Ghana TV9 News.
After enduring 15 years of abuse from her partner, Sonia Sinorine finally made the choice to walk away, choosing safety, healing, and a chance to rebuild not only her life but her children. Even then, she admitted she wasn't sure she had the strength to begin again. Here's Adana Dork with this story.
Sometimes strength is simply walking away, Sunarine told the audience gathered at the Red Shoe event at the Kingston Sewell Esplanade. Her voice carried the weight of survival, courage, and hope for countless women who continue to suffer in silence. She described herself as a woman who rose after years spent in darkness. Outwardly, her marriage appeared normal, but inside her home, she said, was a totally different story, one where she feared for her life.
I live in a marriage that looked normal on the outside. I smile on photos. I cook dinner. I carry the weight of being a good wife. But behind closed door, my home was a battlefield. I was walking on eggshells, never knowing what would trigger the next outburst. Whether it would be silence, insult, or violence, I told myself so many things. I can fix this. He didn't mean it. If I try harder, things will get better. And the most painful of all, my children needed a complete home.
She recalled the numb mornings spent on the edge of her bed, praying for peace and wondering if she would lose herself entirely. What kept her going were her children, her reason to survive, and eventually her reason to leave. Her turning point came after a particularly frightening incident. Looking into her children's eyes, she finally recognized the fear she had long ignored.
What kept me going? What kept my heart beating were my children. Even in the darkest moment, they were a flicker of light that refused to go out. One day, after a particularly frightening incident, I looked at my children's eyes and I saw something I have been ignoring for too long. They were afraid to, and in the moment I made a decision. If I couldn't save myself from me, I would save myself for them.
According to Sunarine, life was never easy after leaving. She spoke of building back her confidence piece by piece, unlearning the lies she had been taught, and discovering the strength in her own voice. She shared the challenges, the doubts, and the small victories that pushed her forward.
It was a series of small steps, whispered to myself that I deserve peace, secret plans, late night tears, and prayers of courage. I had to rebuild my confidence piece by piece. I had to learn the lies that I was told about my word, but slowly I found my voice again. And the day we walked out, me holding my kid's hand, I left in fear, yes, but also felt freedom. The air smelled different. My heart beat differently. It was the first real breath I have taken in years.
Her message to women still living with abuse was unwavering.
Healing is possible. Beginning again is possible. To every woman still living in silence, I see you, I believe you, and you deserve so much more than the pain you're carrying. Leaving is not easy. It takes planning, courage, and support.
The Red Shoe event is part of the global 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, honoring the women who lost their lives in violence and uplifting those still fighting to reclaim their own. The 16 Days of Activism Against Gender-Based Violence is an annual campaign that runs from November 25th, International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, to December 10th, International Human Rights Day, under the theme Unite to End Digital Violence Against All Women and Girls. Adana Dora, Ghana TV9 News.
Thank you, Adana. The British High Commissioner to Ghana, Jane Miller, is celebrating the remarkable growth of trade relations between the two nations, citing an unprecedented success rate for business engagements and emphasizing the dynamism of Ghana's non-oil sector. Details in this report.
The High Commissioner highlighted an incredible statistic. Nearly 50% of all businesses participating in the recent UK trade missions to Guyana have successfully established a relationship or commenced trading in the country. This exceptional rate, which far surpasses typical trade mission outcomes, was attributed directly to the strong welcome and access provided by Guyanese officials, including high-level meetings with ministers, captains of industry, and local businesses.
The reason for that is the incredible welcome that we get, the meetings that we have with ministers, with captains of industry, the businesses that are here tonight. This mission is about a whole range of sectors, from education through to infrastructure, through to technology. I've got the full list of energy, information technology, education, yes. So many sectors.
The current trade mission features a wide array of sectors, demonstrating the breadth of opportunities available in Guyana. Areas in focus span energy, information technology, education, and infrastructure, among many others. Underlining the tangible results of this strengthened partnership, the Commissioner revealed that trade between the UK and Ghana has tripled, reaching an impressive £1.6 billion last year. Beyond the headlines figures of oil-driven growth, the Commissioner beyond the headline figures of oil-driven economy, the Commissioner drew specific attention to the health of Ghana's non-oil economy, noting its powerful expansion. This sector is experiencing robust double-digit growth, recorded at approximately 13% last year. The Commissioner concluded by describing Ghana as a truly exciting economy for diverse sectors, extending well beyond oil and gas. A representative from the British High Commissioner, Chris Bennett, reflected on the 5-year journey of the trade missions to Guyana, expressing deep admiration for the nation's rapid development and decisive action, stating that the progress achieved is now palpable across the country.
What we found was immediate to all of us was that we found a country that was rolling up its sleeves and wanted to get things done. We saw from both the private sector and the government a vision for Guyana's future and a determined partnership to make that vision a reality. Because whilst oil revenues make things possible, it's a different thing making things actually happen, and that's what counts. Coming here on our 5th visit this year, the progress is really palpable. A new bridge over the Demerara open, major new highway open, thousands of kilometres of hinterland road open, new hospitals open, 5 regional hospitals, new gas-to-shore pipeline.
Furthermore, Bennett added signs of economy vitality are apparent everywhere, including new office blocks, new restaurants, and a significant increase in vehicles on the road. He concluded that the rapid opening and completion of these projects demonstrates the tangible results of Ghana's strategic commitment to development. Colwyn Abrams, Ghana TV9 News.
Addressing potential investors and the global business community, President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali issued a powerful call for immediate long-term capital commitment, arguing that Ghana is currently at a rare moment where multiple favorable economic conditions converge. Details in this report.
The announcement came as the President received the latest report on the electronic road safety system, which has been operational since the beginning of 2025. Data shows that the system has successfully issued 42,000 traffic tickets to date, with close to 10,000 persons already utilizing the electronic payment facility to settle their fines. However, the administration is now moving to address the large number of outstanding payments. The President stated that the names of the top offenders, along with their outstanding ticket amounts, will be published in the newspaper in the coming days.
And I use this forum to calmly appeal to those who have outstanding payments to do so within the next 48 hours, or their license will be suspended. So you will see the systems we are building must bring the results we want from them.
To further enhance this integrity and efficiency, he revealed the plans for significant technological upgrades with the Guyana Police Force. Before the end of this year, police vehicles and officers will be equipped with smart meters and smart cars, enabling all reports and storage to be done electronically.
Our police cars and police ranks will be equipped with smart meters and smart cars before the end of this year, so that electronically everything will be recorded and stored, removing that human interface and allowing technology to help people to do better.
The entire system, including fixed-speed cameras, road intelligent camera systems fitted onto traffic lights, and radar light signs, is designed to be fully automated and autonomous. This removes manual intervention and the possibility of human bias between drivers and law enforcement officers, ensuring impartiality and consistency in enforcement. Tickets are generated automatically. Motorists receive their violation notices via SMS or email if their contact information is registered with the Ghana Revenue Authority, GRA, or via mail. Fines can be paid through services like MMG, and violations are being integrated into GRA's new Partner app, allowing drivers to easily check and process payments online. The system is designed so that violations must either be paid or contested in court. The overall goal of this modernization, as stressed by the administration, is not primarily to penalize, but to save lives by encouraging responsible and lawful driving habits through consistent and impartial enforcement. Colin Abrams, Ghana TV9 News.
More of the news after the break. Stay with us.
Channel 9 is now Guy TV9, proudly under new management. We're building stronger with a balanced and open platform for all advertisers. Whether you're promoting a business, service, or event, your message belongs right here. So choose your spot, news, prime time, or anytime, and reach viewers across Guyana. With affordable rates and professional service, Guy TV9 is your partner in progress. So visit us at Lot 21A, Lamahar Street, Georgetown, in the Century 21 building, or call 600-5006 or 761-5006. Guyana TV9. New leadership, fresh outlook, real results.
Celebrate Christmas the Guyanese way with 7 days of magic and adventure. Feel the streets come alive with lights, decor, and carols. Share in the delicious joy of favorites like pepper pot, black cake, and even ginger beer. Then explore Guyana's attractions, the majestic kite show, scenic tour on the Demerara Essequibo, and Mahaica rivers. 7 days, one unforgettable Christmas. Join us. Let's discover Guyana this Christmas.
Want to place your death announcements and in memoriam messages on Channel 9? Call 592-761-5006, 710-5008, 600-5006. Or visit our office at Lot 85A Lamaha Street, Albertown, Georgetown, Century 21 building.
Guyana, get ready for Sundown 2025, the country's biggest electronic music and arts festival, featuring Danik from the Netherlands, Walshy Fire of Major Lazer, Lip Prince, creator of Reggaetronics, and Helang from New York. An open-air festival packed with massive light shows, art installations, and the main stage by the ocean. December 6th, Marriott Beachfront, Georgetown. Time, 3 p.m. till 2 a.m. Tickets available online at ticketgateway.com, Eventbrite, and Potsalt. For physical ticket locations, visit BPM Guyana on all socials. Sundown 2025. Guyana's EDM movement starts here.
Welcome back. You're watching the Ghana TV9 News Bulletin. Minister within the Office of the Prime Minister, Kwame McCoy, is raising serious concerns over what he describes as the unusual and troubling confidence shown by Azruddin Mohammed regarding the timeline of his extradition to the United States. McCoy questioned what gives Mohammed the certainty that the process could be thrown out for as long as 5 years, a level of assurance he suggests points to deeper and potentially corrupt influences.
What gives Azzuddin Mohammed the confidence, the surety that this extradition to the United States will be dragged out for 5 years? Who is in his pockets? These are not idle questions. They speak to something deeper, something worrying, especially when we consider the recurring pattern of judicial missteps and questionable legal conclusions that seem to have been trailing this case.
In a video posted to his Facebook page, McCoy said Mohammed appears arrogant and foolish enough to believe he can engineer delays and avoid the inevitable. He argued that the case has been shadowed by a pattern of questionable rulings and legal maneuvers that demand scrutiny. McCoy added that issues surrounding both Azzuddin and Nazar Mohammed reflect what he describes as a long-standing family pattern of using money to influence outcomes and sidestep legal consequences.
Azzuddin Mohammed is both arrogant and foolish enough to think that all his maneuverings can manufacture a delay of the inevitable. It is the same old behavior we have seen before. The belief that his money can stretch far enough to shape outcomes, to bend justice, and to rewrite consequences. When we examine the matters for which Azzuddin and Nazar Mohammed are implicated, it becomes impossible to ignore the pattern. What we see is a family tradition built around the philosophy of spending to escape the law.
The minister said these developments reinforce what he likened to a mafia-like operation, one where spending, maneuvering, and avoiding accountability appear to be standard tactics. He warned that such attempts to buy time and influence do not only threaten the integrity of the legal process, but also put pressure on the credibility and resilience of Ghana's institutions.
This latest episode reinforces that mafia-like operation. Do what you want, spend as much as you can, dodge accountability at all cost. It is precisely this corruptible type of behavior, this attempt to buy time and favor, that we must guard against.
McCoy concluded by questioning whether Mohammed's confidence, rooted in wealth, arrogance, and manipulation, will expose vulnerabilities in the justice system or whether the rule of law will ultimately stand firm. Adana Dorek, Ghana TV9 News.
Residents of Tiger Bay, Albert Town, business owners, and other Georgetown citizens are praising the ongoing revitalization projects, or works rather, currently underway across the capital. Many believe the upgrades are transforming the city as a cleaner, safe, and more promising environment for families, youths, and small businesses rather. More in this report.
Those who shared their views spoke about their years of struggling with flooding, poor drainage, unsanitary surroundings, and the stigma often attached to their communities. With the recent interventions, including drainage improvements, relocation assistance, and increased access to jobs and housing, residents say they are finally seeing meaningful progress. Several community members noted that the government teams have been responsive and that promised support, such as house lot calls and job openings, has already begun reaching affected households. Hear from residents who are excited about the changes coming to the capital city and as they welcome the cleaner surroundings, reduced flooding, and renewed sense of hope in their neighborhoods.
I'm glad what the president decided to do. I'm extremely proud of what our government has been doing. At least it gave us a relief from this flooding and from this stench that we got to go through. It's beautiful. Since I see the people clear, and I see a far difference, Our country has developed into a beautiful country. I see we developed a lot now, and things are far way better now than before.
The president doing good in the gateway.
Everyone is being looked after, and he, comes through on his promises and his word, especially for the young people.
I appreciate that, the promise he promised me now, that he gonna move me from here and take me to the next location. I will thank for that. At least if he do that for me now, I could employ some youths from the ghetto. You understand me? Teach them the trade. Because remember, I can't carry all by myself, right? So I gotta,
Yes, I see in progress that it comes. Plus, I do the little work to clean up the place too. I go out every 5 o'clock in the morning. I clean out.
Nice developing, bringing enough more bins and those things around. Employing workers to keep the area clean.
It's a start because persons already received jobs, calls from the ministry concerning our house lots and so forth.
As transformative works continue, residents say they are eager to play their part, whether through community participation, entrepreneurship, or supporting youth development. For many, the upgrades represent more than physical changes. This signifies dignity restored and a future they can finally look forward to. Adana Doric and TV9 News.
Local Government and Regional Development Minister Priya Manik Chand has assured long-standing border market vendors that government's plan to rebuild the historic market are advancing, but she emphasized that their livelihoods will not be jeopardized in the process.
During a walkabout at the location, Minister Manikchand said the goal is to deliver a completely new, modern, and well designed market while keeping vendors as close as possible to their usual spaces and maintaining the cultural identity that Borda has carried for generations. She explained that because construction will take time, the transition may require temporarily relocating vendors to an alternative spot nearby. But she stressed that protecting vendors' daily earnings remains a top priority.
So the idea is to actually rebuild an entirely new market. The question becomes, how do I not disrupt their livelihood and earning while I do that? So it might actually be on a different spot. I'm just trying to figure out how that's the begin very soon, not long from now.
The minister linked the redevelopment to President Irfan Ali's broader national agenda, highlighting that Ghana's transformation must be inclusive, reaching beyond skyscrapers, bridges, and mega projects to improve the lives of ordinary citizens.
President Ali has been very clear that in the build out of this new Guyana with our new resources, it will not only be about high rises and bridges and roads and good infrastructure. It's going to be every citizen feeling like they have a stake and like their life has gotten better, whether a market vendor or a market shopper.
Manikchand assured vendors that the project is moving forward and that work to transform border market will soon begin. She promised a modern facility designed to strengthen livelihoods while preserving the close-knit community that vendors have built over decades. Adana Dore, Ghana TV9 News.
Now for news coming out of the region, voters in St. Vincent and the Grenadines went to the polls on Thursday, with Ralph Gonsalves seeking a record sixth consecutive term as Prime Minister. The elections was a tight contest between the ruling Unity Liberty Party, which has been in power since 2001, and the opposition New Democratic Party. In the last election, ULP won 9 of 15 seats, but the NDP won the popular vote. The ULP has been campaigning on the party's economic development record. According to a recent World Bank assessment, economic growth is expected to remain robust at 4% in 2025. The report said that despite multiple shocks In recent years, economic activity recovered and remained strong in 2025, supported by tourism and infrastructure investment. And now for some international news. Firefighters are continuing their desperate search for hundreds of missing people after a catastrophic inferno ravaged 7 high-rise tower blocks in Hong Kong's Tai Po district. More than 270 residents remain unaccounted for. Complex conditions, including severe heat and collapsed scaffolding, are hampering efforts. But officials vow the search will not stop. The human toll has reached 83 confirmed fatalities so far, making it the city's deadliest fire in over 70 years. Intense scrutiny has fallen on potential negligence during the building's renovation. Residents reported fire alarms were off and non-fireproof materials were allegedly used. 3 construction executives were arrested for manslaughter. Chief Executive John Lee ordered comprehensive investigations and immediate safety inspections of all similar housing projects across the city. And that has brought us to the end of tonight's newscast. Remember to check out our Facebook and YouTube platforms at GOI TV9 for more trending stories. I'm Colin Abrams. Good night.